Yeah, what up, y'all? Speaking to Weaver from the Drop a Gem Show, the most infamous hip hop and boxing podcast on the planet. Yo, real quick, before this video drops, I just want to let y'all know we need y'all to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell icon. Subscribe because you want to know what's going on with the channel and be part of the Drop a Gem family. The bell icon notifies you immediately when we have a video dropping, and we drop several a week. And also hit the like button because it increases the visibility of the show. So we thank y'all for your support. Again, hit the subscribe, like, bell icon, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.
Go right in though, real quick, man. We got
Head him.
we got we got a legend in the building, man. Boxing legend, former lightweight. Former middleweight champion of the world, the one and only Winky Wright. What's going on, fam?
What's up, homie?
Oh man, I'm blessed, man. It's an honor.
It's a
Thank
pleasure,
you for calling
brother.
in, man. Really appreciate it.
Indeed. No, it's all good, homie. It's all good. Appreciate y'all having me. All right.
Well, everything good though?
I'm good, man. I'm just chilling, enjoying life. That's all. That's beautiful.
I see. I be on your gram. I be seeing you with your little man working out and all that. God bless, man. Yeah, look like y'all doing your thing, man.
Yeah, my little
dude.
Crazy,
He be going in. You got him hard in that gym too. So that's what's up.
Man, no, I just look. He's getting lazy, man. So we just trying to work out, get some of the fat off, man. That's all. That's
a fact. I'm with you. But I know you got limited time, man. Let's just jump right in, man. We kind of go back and just kind of chronicle career. So I know you're born in D.C. You know what I'm saying? But spent like your formative years in Florida. Talk a little bit about growing up in Florida and what that was like.
Yeah, man. I was born and raised in D.C. I left D.C. when I was like 15. But I always wanted to box. I always wanted to box when I was in D.C., but I never did. So when I moved to Florida, man, it was a total shock, a different. I'm moving from the city to a little town. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a shock. There wasn't nothing to do. So I played basketball, and then I somebody told me about a boxing club, and I always wanted to do it, and I had the time now, so I went.
Crazy. What part of D.C.? Crazy. I'm just curious because I live in Virginia. I'm right outside of D.C.
Oh yeah, I'm
part of D.C.
Right off northeast East Capitol Bennett Road, right off East Capitol Bennett Road.
Yeah. Bennett Road.
I went to Smothers. I went to Smothers Elementary. I went to Kelly Miller Junior High, and I went to H.D. Woodson High School.
Crazy. Is the hood over there.
Crazy.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, how do we go from, you joining the boxing club, you were playing basketball a lot. I know that was a really big passion of yours. You could have almost went the basketball route just as easily as you did the boxing route. What was it about the boxing club that inspired you to continue that and turn to an amateur?
It was more, see, the basketball was fun, but the boxing was a different kind of fun because it was just me. Basketball, I always had to worry about somebody else shooting, somebody passing, somebody doing something, and when you got a hot temper, you like, man, pass the ball or don't shoot, you know what I'm saying, shoot the ball, so with boxing, I ain't had nobody to blame but myself. So once I got in there and realized, what boxing was really about, how to box, everybody know how to throw punches, but it's about knowing when and where to throw them punches and why you throwing the punches. And once I learned that, man, it came so easy, and it was just like, man, it's fun. And, I just wanted to continue doing it. Never thought I'd be a professional, though. I was just doing it because I didn't have nothing else to do, and it was just fun. I could do it. And, Mark Breeden came down here when he was champion. He was training. So he came to my gym to work out. And then, once I seen, the respect people was giving him and, how he was doing it. And he told me, he said, man, you sharp, man. He said, man, if you really train, you might could do something. I was like, man, I don't want to be no professional boxer, man. You crazy. But then, I just started doing it, putting in work. And then next thing you know, everything just flipped around. It was just like, man, I couldn't stop.
Wow, that's crazy. You wound up being one of the kings. Your first trainer was that Dave Birmingham? Was that who you first?
I had one trainer, Dan Birmingham, from amateur to professional to the end. One and done.
Talk a little bit about him, because I read a couple of articles where he said that like he knew almost instantaneously that you were like a special fighter and that you were going to make it big. Talk a little bit about meeting him and you know what he meant to your career early.
Oh man, he meant a lot to early in my career. Cause like I said, I was young. I was, you know, I started boxing when I was 16, and I turned pro when I was 18. So, you know, it was like I went in there, started boxing, started fighting the Golden Gloves and winning ABL, winning all these tournaments. You know, in 2 years I had like almost 60 fights. And you know, and it was just like I had won the U.S. Olympic Festival, the gold medal in the U.S. Olympic Festival. I beat the #1 ranked fighter, and it was just like, wow, this junk fun, man. And like I said, Dan Birmingham, you know, we grew together. You know, before me, it was no big fighter in this area. You get what I'm saying? You know, Florida had Roy Jones. But Roy Jones was way in Pensacola, so it was no big fighter in this area. So when I was in the amateurs, and then when I was coming up as a pro, you know, everybody's like, man, you need to leave. You need to leave St. Pete. Leave here because, you know, ain't nobody never made it out here. Ain't nobody did this, you know. And what the more they told me nobody did it, the more I wanted to do it. And that I think that was my drive by proving everybody wrong, you know, because even my own friends, you know, they see Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, they saw all them fighters in my weight class and was like, man, you can't beat them guys. Them guys doing this, them guys doing that. I said, man, them guys, they just only reason you saying that because they haven't fought me yet. I said, well, when they fight me and see the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and that came to fruition. You gave Shane that smoke.
Yeah. When it finally came, you know, I had my whole city. You know, can you imagine? I got the whole Florida, the whole state of Florida, man, just riding. But you know, I got some people that was hating. You know, some people that didn't think I could do it, and that's cool. You need a little haters sometimes to push you to
motivate
you,
you.
That drive,
Facts.
to motivate you. There you go.
Word.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, speaking of Bam Birmingham. You know, he always said, you know, what made you a great fighter was that you would have this ability to quickly read your opponent and know what he's going to do before he does it. It's like almost a radar system for you. Where did that come from? Was that just intuitive and you got it naturally when you started boxing, or was that something you had to hone?
You know what? I think when I was, you know, growing up in Washington, D.C., everybody wanted to be Sugar Ray Leonard. So, you know, as a kid, before I even started boxing, I always watched Sugar Ray Leonard. I watched how he make people miss, and I watched how he slip punches. So all of that was something I wanted to learn how to do once I started boxing. And my eye, back in the days, man, I used to see punches coming way before they come. You know, I guess it's been quick, like Floyd. Floyd was just so quick that, you know, he see you twitch and then he moves. So that's how I was back in my early days of boxing. Man, I was a slick boxer. Nobody couldn't hit me, none of that. But it was the point I couldn't get no fights by doing that. Everybody was scared to fight. They was like, the fight boring because he too slick. He moved too much. You know, we can't hit him. So I had to change my style just so I can get more people to want to fight me.
Wow, that's crazy. That's almost like Triple G. We used to say he used to, like, you know, not take some rounds off just so like people wouldn't be scared to get in the ring with him back when he was, you know, like killing motherfuckers. But yo, I wanted to ask you your amateur career, right? You had a short amateur career. You know, in your weight class, were you middleweight in amateurs, or were you?
I was 139. I was 139. I fought 139. Okay. I won the U.S. Olympic gold medal.
That's pretty much lightweight,
139.
Right?
Yes, that's yeah, it's like lightweight. I beat matter of fact, who was in my weight class? Stevie Johnson, Skipper Kelp, all them kind of people. Yeah, they was great amateurs. These dudes were some great amateurs, man. I thought they was gonna be hell of a pros, but I seen that a lot of Oscar was there with me. Oscar was below me. He was like 125. Him, Shane, all of them was lower weight classes, and I was 139. So, you know, but it was just like I seen a lot of them guys was boxing for a long time, and then a lot of them, you know, they left a lot of that in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? Me, I grew. The amateurs was there, went straight from the amateurs to the pros, and the pros was my learning experience, and you know, I learned and just kept it moving.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I heard you saying that something about the gold medal you had won. So I was going to say, who did you beat for that, and how did it feel to get that accomplishment?
It felt great because listen, I was once again, like I told you, I was on the amateur for 2 years, so I had came up to the top. My highest ranking was number 4, but I beat the number 1 for the gold medal, but. Once I beat him, I supposed to have the opportunity to go to the Goodwill Games. So that's what the U.S. Olympic Festival back then. You win that, then you that's what you enroll for the Goodwill Games, and then they enroll you for the Olympics. But being though I didn't have that much experience, they try to say, well, we don't want to send you over, to the Goodwill Game. But I'm like, well, I got enough experience. I beat them. Why I can't go to the Olympics? I mean, to the Goodwill Game. You know what I'm saying? So I was upset about that. That's when I turned pro. I said, you know what, forget this, man. And then I just turned pro. So like I said, I was 18, and I turned pro.
Crazy. You go ahead, bro.
No, I was going to say, what's the biggest difference? Like when you from amateur career, you turn pro. I think I want to say your first fight was, I guess, Anthony Salerno. What's the biggest difference between pros and amateurs, other than just the rounds? Like what was there like? Was this the hitting, the punt? What's the biggest difference?
You know what? It wasn't. The difference was the difference was like, what happened with me. Anthony Salerno, people didn't know he was a kickboxing champion when I fought him. So he only had like three boxing matches, but this motherfucker was a world kickboxing champion. So he was in shape. Me, I was a little kid. I ain't really even work out. I was like, man, I don't care. I'm going here and have some fun. I ain't care about boxing. I ain't even take boxing serious until after that fight. That fight made me take boxing serious because I was in that. I boxed the hell out of. I was hitting him with everything. He couldn't hit me. He couldn't hit me. Everything he was throwing, I was making a miss. But man, I got so motherfucking tired. It was ridiculous. From then on, I said I'm gonna run every day and do what I need to do, dedicate myself.
Do that road work.
I got 4 straight knockouts after that. And then once I started taking it serious, then I seen how much fun it was. And then I seen how all the people started loving me, everybody, was just like, man, you can do this, you can do that. And then it just grew from there.